Phew, finally I have some time to work on my projects. Which project to work on? No, there's too many of them. I love personal projects. You know, the type of things that you do on the sideline, like maybe for you it's you're going to draw a certain piece, or you want to start video editing and you want to run a YouTube channel, or you want to start a programming thing and you want to create this application, or if it's game development in your personal time. All of those different type of things. Maybe it's a D&D campaign or something, you know, little projects, little hobbies that we have that we absolutely enjoy and absolutely adore, and I love them. I love them to the extent that I have a million open projects and a million different things that I want to do, and I constantly get all of these ideas. I'm like, ooh, I want to do this thing. Ooh, I want to do that thing. Ooh, I want to do all of these different kind of things. The problem that I find myself in usually, or the dilemma that I find myself in, is that I don't have time. I don't have time to do all of these different things. I want to. I really, really, really want to. I want to get to everything, but I just don't have time, and it bums me out because, let's be honest, these little projects, these little hobbies are things that fuel us. They're things that excite us, especially for me. I get really excited because I'm like, ooh, I wanna create this new YouTube video, or I wanna create this new YouTube channel even, where I'm going to post this type of content, and I wanna create this and this and this, and I wanna put it out into the world. And at the end of the day, I have so many things going on that honestly, I can't really pay that much attention to any of them, and they start lagging behind and I can't get to them, and finally they just drift away into the ether. And I hate that. I hate that. Something that I was once passionate about just becomes something that is kind of lost forever, and it bums me out. But here's the thing. We need to limit ourselves to what our capacity is available. At least I need to limit myself, because I constantly run from project to project, having so many different things open. I need to find space where I can just stop thinking about all of these different things and just focus on one thing. Because multitasking is fun. I've always heard it. I've always had this thing where I love to multitask. I simply adore it. I love working on this thing at the same time. But the problem with multitasking is you get a lot done, but you get a lot more done quicker than you focus on one thing. And what I've also found is multitasking can kind of ruin your passion for something. At least for me, to a certain extent. You might disagree. Maybe multitasking works perfectly fine for you. And don't get me wrong, I love multitasking. I think it's so much fun. It's so great. But the problem with it is I can never really truly spend the energy that I want to that one thing that needs my energy at that moment. Talking about energy is an interesting little topic because we have such a limited amount of it. You only have 24 hours to do so many things, and in those 24 hours you need to dedicate 8 hours to sleeping. You need to dedicate a certain amount of it for like bathing and healthcare and hygiene, and then you need to also eat. You need to make time to relax, and you need to make time for your job. So between all of this, you need to find time for those little passion projects that we're talking about. And it can be difficult, it can be really hard, but if you really want to do something, you will make the time for it. Trust me, I know. You will find some obscure time to practice the thing that you like, because it's the thing that you like. You know, those little passion projects, the things that you would rather do instead of being at work, instead of doing anything else, instead of doing chores or those kind of things. I'm talking specifically about those because, yeah, I really enjoy them. But for energy, I feel like, I have such a limited capacity of energy, and I need to spend it so wisely because I need to divide it up between my friends, between my streaming, between creating videos, between work, between family, between making food, between doing errands, between doing all of these bureaucracy things that we need to do, because we live in basically a modern hellscape where everything is paperwork and bureaucracy, and I just kind of hate it. But energy is a rather interesting topic that I think warrants its own video that I will that I will make maybe in the future, talking about how, energy, just energy, the amount of energy that you have. All of that said, it is important to limit the amount of little projects that you have going on. For a person like me, maybe you're exactly like me and you have like a million projects running all over the place. You need to chill, you need to relax, you need to only focus on maybe one or two projects at the most. And I mainly speak, I think I'm actually making this video for me because I am that person. I'm that person that has like 1,000 projects and I need to hear this. So if nobody else watches this video, at least me, hey Koda, watch this video. Focus, bro. Focus. You need to only focus on like one or two projects, maybe three at the most, but not have like a million open at the same time. And personally, I think those projects I want to focus on is essentially the clips channel, and the Twitch streaming and building the community up. I think those are the things that I want to do. So things like this channel as an example, you'll see that uploads are a little bit slower because I don't make as many videos for this as I wanted to in the beginning. And I've realized in the beginning of this year that I need to cut down on my projects. And same with the motivational channel, which also exists. I made a video for it recently, but it's going to slow down a lot more because I'm going to designate my time to the things that I really want to do. And I think it all comes down to setting goals, setting specific goals, because I like to get distracted. I like to get distracted very, very often. I kind of want to do one thing, get distracted onto another thing, run into this rabbit hole and just be crazy, just be wild. And as fun as that can be, it can also be dangerous because you lose focus. You lose that ability to hone in on one thing, perfect one skill, or grow one audience, or grow in one specific way, or, develop that game that you want to develop. All of these different things. That's in fact one of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to do game development as well. So I started letting Godot and quickly realized that this is going to be too time consuming and I won't be able to do it at all. And now I'm sad because I can't develop the game that I want to develop. I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe I'm strange, maybe I'm weird, but I've got so many projects going on. And when we're talking about projects, we're not talking about those at work, because those at work, they're their own little thing. But I'm talking about those personal little projects that you also kind of have to project manage yourself, designate time to it, build it up as it goes, and so forward. I love projects. I think they're so much fun. Maybe if you got to this point in the video, maybe tell me, what is a project that you're working on? I'd love to know what is a project that you're currently working on, and yeah, please tell me. I would love to know, really. Just please tell me. Tell me about your projects. Tell me about your passions. Because hearing other people's passions can be so inspirational. It can be so motivational. And I just love it so much. I think it's fantastic. I guess what I'm trying to say is projects. I love them. Personal little projects that you want to do, and that's part of your aspirations and your goals and things. I enjoy them, but I take on too many of them and then I never really finish any of them, and it's a nightmare. I need to find a way to focus, to really buckle down and work on one specific one at a moment, and yeah, do that. I guess that's the video. Rant over. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. Like I said, if for nobody else, this is at least for me, kind of like a little reminder that, hey, listen, bro, you need to work on only one thing or only a few things at a time and not spiral out of control, because I know that you can spiral out of control. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye.